I pulled Derek's IEP in 5th grade, and I want you to read what it said on it. He's in inclusive education now. So he used to be in that bottom circle, and he was there kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade. 5th grade comes and the school changes their plan, and now he's in an inclusive setting. And here's what it says. He often sits in the car early for school because he doesn't want to be late. Do you remember what it used to say? Truancy, tardiness. He hasn't missed a day of 5th grade. These are the words. Delightful, eager, insightful, participatory, funny. He's made many friends. He is a leader, a stellar community member. In February of his 5th grade year, he was exited from special education. He's currently an honor roll student. And for me, that was really big. And I'm not suggesting include kids and no one will have disability labels anymore. That's not my point. But this is not unusual. And I have to tell you what happened the very first day he was included. He was in Daniela Clam's 5th grade classroom. And I go in there, and I'm at the school often, and I say to her, how did it go? Because I'm so curious. She's very funny, and I love to talk to her. I said, how did it go? I can't wait to hear. She starts to cry. So I think it didn't go well, right? And she says, no, I'm not crying. Why you think I'm crying? And I said, why are you crying? She goes, because I read his 4th grade IEP, Derek's. I said, yeah. And I was scared. And I said, yeah. I spent all summer worried because he's flipped chairs, and I read about the incident with the scissors, and I heard he was a runner, and it says not to touch him and not to get close to him, and I didn't because I was scared. And what happened was I kept watching this learner, and he was brilliant, and I was watching him engage, and I was thinking, whoa, where'd this kid come from? I don't understand. But at the end of the day, I said to all the students, pack up your stuff. I want you to line up because it's time to go home. And Derek refuses. So he crosses his arms, he puts his head down. He was wearing a hood that day, he puts his hood up. And she goes, oh, this is the refusal behavior I read about. So she walks over to him and she goes, I didn't get too close. So she goes kind of low and she goes, Bud, what's going on? You gotta line up, it's time to go. And he goes, Miss Clam, can you come here? She comes over and goes, yeah. I am afraid there's been a mistake. What do you mean? I used to go to school in the room down the hall for kids who are dumb, but they put me in here this year accidentally. And I'm kind of afraid that if I go home, the people in the office are going to discover that I'm not supposed to be here. And this brilliant teacher goes like this. Oh, yeah, there's been a mistake, but it wasn't this year. We made a mistake all the other years. Here is where you belong. Here is where you'll learn, and I promise we will learn together all year long. So I'm crying, she's crying, some of you are crying, that's all right, right? And I went, oh my gosh, I'm afraid there's been a mistake. And it haunts me. I think about it often. Who have we made a mistake for when it comes to educational placements? Because that's not a mistake that's easily undone. And so I want you to be thinking about Derek when we're making decisions and thinking about how to make sure all students can be really part of that general education classroom setting and experience.